Windows 12 is not just another upgrade. It is shaping up to be one of the most important shifts in the history of Microsoft's operating system. The stakes are high because the arrival of this version is being seen by many as a direct challenge to the position that macOS has carved out over the past decade. By looking closely at what Windows 12 introduces and how it compares with Apple's platform, the future of desktop computing begins to come into view. Microsoft has placed artificial intelligence at the center of Windows 12. The system has been designed to use AI not as an extra feature, but as a foundation that runs through the entire user experience. This is visible in how tasks are predicted, how files are managed, and how applications interact with each other. The aim is to reduce the effort that users must put into routine work. Apple, by contrast, has been slower to adopt AI as a central layer in Mac OS, focusing instead on stability and hardware optimization. This difference could mark a major turning point in how people view productivity software in the coming years. The user interface of Windows 12 has also been adjusted. It carries forward the clean design introduced in Windows 11, but refines it with sharper transparency, new motion effects, and a layout that adapts more naturally to different screen sizes. Microsoft has worked to make the design flow between touchscreens, laptops, and large monitors without any sense of separation. Apple has always excelled in this area, with macOS known for polish and precision in visual design. But the flexibility of Windows 12 across different types of hardware gives it a unique edge. While Apple keeps its software tied closely to its own devices, Microsoft's approach is to serve a wide universe of partners and machines. Security is another area where Windows 12 is raising the bar. Built-in protections now extend deeper into the firmware level, with cloud-based defenses offering real-time analysis of threats. This kind of proactive shield is important in a world where cyber attacks grow more advanced each year. macOS has long been praised for its resilience, partly because of Apple's strict control over hardware and software. But with Windows 12, Microsoft is trying to move beyond playing catch-up by designing an operating system that predicts problems before they spread. The race between these two systems in the field of digital safety could prove decisive for businesses that handle sensitive data. Performance improvements are also at the heart of this release. Microsoft has promised that Windows 12 will run more efficiently on the same hardware compared to earlier versions, with faster startup times and lower power consumption. This matters for both high-end desktops and lightweight laptops, where every bit of speed and energy savings adds value. macOS has enjoyed a major advantage in recent years thanks to Apple Silicon, which gave MacBooks some of the best performance per watt in the industry. Windows 12 is Microsoft's response, seeking to close that gap by working more closely with chip makers like Intel, AMD, and Qualcomm to build features directly into the operating system. Compatibility remains one of Microsoft's strongest weapons. Windows 12 is designed to run an enormous library of applications, from modern cloud-based tools to decades-old software still used in industries like engineering and healthcare. macOS, while strong in creative fields such as design, audio, and video production, often struggles with legacy software. This distinction gives Windows a deep advantage for enterprise clients who depend on older tools that cannot be replaced easily. With Windows 12, Microsoft has made backward compatibility a priority, while also smoothing the path for developers who want to take advantage of AI-powered functions. Gaming has always been an area where Windows leads. Windows 12 continues that tradition, with new technologies to improve frame rates, reduce latency, and connect seamlessly with cloud gaming platforms. DirectX improvements ensure that the system can push modern GPUs to their full limits, while also making better use of integrated graphics in more affordable systems. Apple has tried to push gaming on macOS, even creating new APIs like Metal, but the ecosystem has never matched what is available on Windows. The momentum of Windows 12 in this space makes the idea of macOS competing in gaming seem unlikely, at least for now. Another factor shaping this comparison is hardware choice. Apple controls both the hardware and software of its Macs, creating a tightly integrated experience. This control has allowed macOS to achieve smooth performance and excellent battery life. Windows, however, runs on a massive range of devices from dozens of manufacturers. This diversity can sometimes lead to inconsistency, but it also gives consumers freedom to choose from budget models to ultra-premium machines. Windows 12 strengthens this advantage by adapting more gracefully to different specifications, ensuring that users at all price levels can benefit from its improvements. Cloud integration is becoming central to how operating systems are judged. Microsoft has been expanding its ecosystem through OneDrive, Teams, and Azure services, weaving them into Windows 12. This creates a system where local and online work blend together with minimal effort. Apple has its own cloud services, but they are often limited to those already using iPhones and iPads. Windows 12 has the potential to appeal to a broader base, especially in businesses that already rely on Microsoft's software for collaboration and communication. Education is another field worth noting. Chromebooks have taken much of the spotlight in schools, but Windows remains a strong player due to its versatility. Windows 12 adds new classroom features, easier device management, and security tools aimed at protecting young users. Mac OS has a smaller share in education, often limited by price and compatibility, though it is popular in certain creative programs. If Microsoft can combine affordability with the innovations of Windows 12, it could strengthen its place as the default choice in education systems worldwide. Accessibility features are another dimension in which operating systems are judged. Windows 12 brings improved screen readers, voice commands, and adaptive input tools, designed to ensure that users with disabilities can fully participate. Mac OS has long been strong in this area as well, with VoiceOver and other built-in features. The difference lies in Microsoft's attempt to serve a broader spectrum of needs across many hardware partners. By making accessibility central to the Windows 12 design, Microsoft is sending a signal that inclusivity is no longer optional, but essential. Virtual and augmented reality also come into play. Windows 12 has deeper support for mixed reality headsets and AR applications, building on work Microsoft has done with HoloLens and enterprise solutions. Apple has taken a bold step with the Vision Pro, but its integration with Mac OS is still developing. If Windows 12 succeeds in providing a stable platform for VR and AR across multiple manufacturers, it may set the standard for how these technologies move from niche markets to mainstream use. At the heart of all these changes is the question of identity. Windows 12 is being presented not just as an update, but as a redefinition of what an operating system should be in the modern age. It combines productivity, creativity, security, and adaptability in ways that signal a new direction for Microsoft. Mac OS, meanwhile, continues to stand for refinement, integration, and a premium user experience. Whether Windows 12 ends, Mac OS is not the right frame, because Apple's system will continue to thrive among loyal users. But what is clear is that Windows 12 represents the most serious challenge yet to Apple's dominance in certain areas, particularly as artificial intelligence and broad hardware support become the deciding factors in the years ahead.